Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. My name is LynzloByChoice, and thanks for stopping by the channel and hanging out with me for just a second. We are building the very final apartment in our Anchorpoint Apartments series in a way, and this is very, very, very bittersweet because this is the final one, and this is different than the other ones because it's a two-leveled apartment. The bottom level has, a dining table. There is a huge, spacious like living area because I had this communal kind of vibe going on here. So I'm excited to show you. It's more of a neutral brown palette, but let's get into it. Grab everything you need and let's get into it. So basically, like I said, it's a very communal space, and the bathroom is actually on the bottom level. You can see that door in the corner. And at this moment was when I realized I wanted it to be a huge, spacious kind of communal space. And I needed different chairs. I didn't think that this necessarily needed like a huge couch or a two-tiled couch. So I just wanted to use a bunch of seating area chairs, and I go a little crazy with some layered rugs. I end up using the end tables that we got with the kit. I can't remember the name of the kit off the top of my head, but that's exactly what I go for, and I end up putting three to each other, and then there's this beautiful like sim-esque statue that we go for, so that ends up being in the middle, and then I add a little coffee cup. I feel like this is where they would be like talking about a friendship circle. There is, just talks about the day, about the week, and this is more so an apartment for someone who lives for, just hanging out with their friends, being around and enjoying that. And they have an apartment that allows them the space to do that. And this is what I was thinking about when I was creating it. So I really hope it translates, especially because this is the last one and this actually completes it. So if you do want to download it, it is already up on the gallery. So don't forget to do that. It is under LynzloByChoice, and that's the same for all of my socials. So this is where I was thinking like I could put these little rugs here, but I was like, it's not really matching the vibe. It's not. So I end up getting some other rugs, and they kind of match a little bit more. This one is more of a rustic feel, and I feel like the chairs in here is more of like a, I don't know, a contemporary kind of thing, just to match the end tables that we have right here. So I wanted it to be a little toned down, not that many patterns and everything. So if I did have a couch in here, it would be a little more on the simpler side. And so since I don't, I had to translate that into the rug. So I do end up changing those out to be more of a calmer, monochromatic kind of thing. And same goes for all the decorations that are here. There's not a lot because there's not a lot of space, and I wanted the Sims to be able to do as much as possible. So unlike the other two studio apartments that we have in this one building, this one actually has a sink. It actually has a oven and a stovetop. So it's a lot of, different things that you can really cook in here. The other ones, I had a sink and like an oven because I couldn't put the stovetop in there because they needed a counter so that they can cook. And so I was like, I need to add a little bit more. And I feel like they really lucked up living in this apartment because there is just so much that you could do. There's a spacious, kind of kitchen here with some up on the wall cabinetry and everything. And so leaning into that, I was like, I have to add as much as possible. But then I was limited because I had these stairs over on the side. You can see I'm just trying to think of what I could put there in terms of like paintings and everything. And I ended up going for these, and they came with Snowy Escape. And I really like this. Again, with all the other apartments, I really had to stay in the same budget in terms of what the actual built-in appliances and built-in things that come with the apartment are, and that's the lights, the cabinets, most of the appliances that we have in there. So I wanted to make sure that I was still along that theme, but outside of that, I really wanted to give into the creativity like I did with all of the other apartments. And I feel like this was really nice. I had a little bit of a struggle in the beginning because I was like, this space is so awkward and I don't know how to work around it. But making it so that this is for a sim that lives more of a communal life and loves having people over and discussing more of the more like important things, not even important things. I feel like this would be great for like a book club and things like that. And I know that they have a lot of mods, so it wouldn't be, you know, off-putting to kind of play with that gameplay, and I think it would be really exciting. And as you can see here, I'm really just trying to make sure I can do some play testing. So although there are chairs like really close to the doors that your sims can actually walk through, and I think they can. I did a lot of play testing with this individual apartment because of the stairs and everything, and I love this apartment too because there's a little landing area. I could have just like left it up, but I was like, this could be really nice to just, you know, have a separate area. It doesn't have to be more of like a loft feel, even though I feel like that would be really cool to have had. But this apartment, or, you know, this apartment building really didn't really give off lofty vibes. So I was like, this could be just a traditional apartment. We could have a little space on the side for, you know, the dresser and everything. And then for right now, I'm just putting some things outside because we are leaning into more of a neutral brown kind of vibe in here. I needed to translate that into the outside, but then also in the bedroom. So I end up going with this bed in the brown swatch, and I end up adding a desk. There is a mirror in here. I add a little robe that we got with base game, and then I think I add a computer here too. So there's a computer, and it's not a lot of things going on because you can see it's a tighter space, but I did want it to be very lived in. I wanted to look a little bit more realistic. So here you can see I went ahead and found something else. And so as I was going through all of this, I was like, I love all of these rugs so much, but they are so different. There's so much stuff going on. And so you can see I put down some of the rugs that had some patterns, but then I had to change it up because I was like, it's a lot of patterns going on because we already have very different chairs throughout this home. So I was like, I can't really use a lot of patterns. And so those are the rugs that I end up leaning into. I add a little end table over here, and I feel like that's where they would put most of their books. They would put, you know, some of the things that they have gathered for their, you know, whatever club it is. And I feel like this would be a great space for you to play with clubs and everything, because I don't really play with them that often, but when I do, I would want it to be something similar to this. So hanging out in your apartment and, you know, just really enjoying the space that you're in is really what I thought this sim would enjoy. So I went ahead and added some more things to this entire build, you know, adding this little space here because I added that little dresser, but then I was like, they probably want to hang some things up, and this is on the smaller side in terms of what you can store. But then again, all of the other homes, like the other two studio apartments in this build, don't really have a lot of space for drawers and everything. So this is actually the biggest dresser slash closet space that's in this building. The other one, I think I had a suitcase, and the other one has one of the tiny living drawers. And so I was like, this looks very spacious. They should be really enjoying this. So we are wrapping up right now. We're coming up on screenshots. I'm just adding a few more things to make this really for the sim that I was building for. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and, you know, comment some things that you'd like to see. And if you liked anything in this video, please let me know. I really appreciate it. And all of those things really help me know that you are enjoying the things on this channel. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.